Alright, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I'm currently in the parking lot at Dunkin' Donuts. I'm getting ready to do my first shift of today, from 11 to 2 or probably like 11 to 2:30. But I stopped in at Dunkin' because I haven't eaten breakfast yet. I've honestly been working since like 6:30 this morning, but that's a whole nother video. Anyways, I got my vanilla iced latte. They did not put cream and sugar in it this time, so it's a little bit strong. And also, y'all, if you've never tried their cheese and egg white wraps, they're so good. Anywho, I wanted to talk to you guys today about DoorDash a little bit more. I feel like ever since I started talking about it, I keep seeing more and more videos about it, but I feel like what's concerning is I see a lot of like people's tips and advice, and one person was like, he won't accept orders that aren't a certain amount. And I don't know, I just kind of, I understand the frustration with why someone would make that a thing for them, but from my personal experience, every time I've denied orders, I've made less money as a whole. So I feel like you have to, I don't think that's great advice to give people when they're first starting. I feel like when you're first starting, definitely for the first at least couple weeks or so, just try to take every order that you get and learn and experience as much. There are times when you'll take an order and it doesn't seem like it's worth it. Like, I've definitely done like a $5 order and the person lives like 17 minutes away, and I was like, this doesn't seem worth it. But you know, I'm trying to personally work on my patience and having a good attitude about things. Ew, I want to get my thumbnail. Cheese. I don't know if my camera's gonna take that picture, but I tried, y'all. Anywho, I feel like I'm trying to personally work on bettering myself as a person, working on my patience, and having a good attitude. And for me, that means when I work, I just accept every order I get. I'm grateful and appreciate every single order I get, because every order you get is an opportunity to make money. It doesn't matter what it is. And you have to recognize also, when you're working DoorDash, you're not guaranteed to get any orders. So I feel like you should just appreciate every order that you get and not be so picky, because you honestly really never know. Some customers might be planning to tip you with cash, and that's why there's no tip on the app. Like I said the other day, like I had someone tip me $10 on a $7 order, making it a $17 order all around. The other day I did a $3 order that the person tipped me $15, which is the hands down the biggest tip I've ever gotten, making that an $18 order. And I didn't know that it was a 15 tip. She didn't tip me that full amount until after it was delivered. So I feel like don't get so caught up in the money. Obviously, you're working because you want to make money, and that's obviously my goal with it too. But I feel like you should just be grateful for every order you get. Don't try to be so picky. The days where I just accepted every order I've got I've made the most money in my experience. So that's what I wanted to let y'all know. Also, I think you have to also focus on being patient as well. So another story time, I had accepted a $6 order that was from Chili's. I was supposed to have the food by, I think it was around 5. So I was supposed to have the food by 5:18, and 20 minutes passed by. I still haven't gotten the food. So I'm getting a little antsy, impatient, and I really wanted to cancel that order and assign it. I'm like, I've been waiting so long for this. It's taking forever. I don't feel like waiting. It's only $6, right? But like I said, I've been really trying to work on my patience. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient. I ended up waiting over 30 minutes for this order. And so overall, that whole first hour, technically over an hour of me working, I only completed that one order. I finally got it. I was able to get it to the person, and I had even texted her. I was like, hey, it's a really long wait. I've been waiting over 30 minutes for this order. I'm not sure what's going on. And the other issue with it was an order through the store and not through DoorDash. So I had no information about this woman's order whatsoever. So I didn't even know what the order was. I just saw that I was supposed to have it by this time and deliver to this person. So I let her know I don't know what's going on. Anyways, I think they're just really busy. And she had a pretty large order, I found out once I got it. So I make the delivery, and again, it took me over an hour just to do this one delivery. So I was really working my patience. I had a slight mental breakdown, because one thing I really don't like is that DoorDash will penalize you if you unassign yourself from an order for any reason. Like, you might have a genuine reason. Like, there's been times where I got to the store and they didn't have an order, so I don't know if it was canceled or what happened, or like just in general, if I was having an app issue and for whatever reason I wasn't able to do it and I have to unassign it, and then DoorDash will penalize you by saying you can't get any more dashes for the next 5 minutes. And so I'd already been waiting at this order for 30 minutes. And even though it was only a $6 order, I was like, ugh, well, I have to wait another 5 minutes, and who knows if I'm going to get it better. So it's kind of like, it puts you in between like a rock and a hard place of sorts. And I was like, is it really worth it to just do this $6 order? I could have made blah 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 this hour, like it's not fair, blah 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 is how I was feeling. And so it was like a really hard choice for me, and I was like getting really frustrated because I'm like, I don't get paid for the time I spend waiting for people's order. And when you're trying to grind out here and you're setting goals for yourself and you have a certain amount of money you're trying to make every shift, this is a horrible donut. Side note. Like, they did not put enough. It's barely glazed. It's only glazed on one side. Bruh. Trash. And my coffee's not good. I need some sugar. I'm about to go inside and fix my drink after I finish this. Anywho, I was really struggling with wanting to wait or I assigned that order, and because I didn't want to be penalized and I didn't want to waste all the waiting I freaking just did for this order, I just waited. I finally get the order. I drop her order off. She says thank you. She tipped me. I'm not even sure how much. Maybe like $4. So I was like, well, at least I got a tip. So I think altogether I made like $10 for that one order that took me over an hour. But after her order, I had like the best 4-hour shift I've ever had. I was getting orders back to back. I was getting large orders, and I ended up making the most I've ever made in one shift during that shift. So I was like, you know what? Even though I waited a whole hour for, I don't know what this man's doing. Even though I waited a whole entire hour for this one order, I was still able to make a lot of money the rest of my shift. So don't get too caught up on every order you're doing and the amount of money. Just do your best to complete as many orders as possible. And I feel like when you make that the goal instead of the money goal, you just appreciate everything. And in general, just appreciate everything that you get. Just do your best to make sure people get their orders on time. Just do the best that you can. You know, I get that people are trying to make as much money. Like, this is probably a lot of people's side hustle. For me, definitely is. I'm trying to save, you know, at least $5,000 over these next couple of months. But it's definitely, I'm definitely not trying to make DoorDash a long-term goal. Like, this is not something I feel like anyone should try to do long-term as your main source of income. There is not enough stability in this, and I'm well aware of that. And I feel like the people who do get upset about it easily are trying to make it something it was not meant to be. Which is not meant to be a full-time gig. This does not come with benefits. There's not any stability to the job. But that being said, there's a lot of pros, I feel like, for people who are in between jobs, for people who are trying to save money, people who need money very quickly and can just work like a full 12-hour day and you can make maybe $200 in a day. You know, that's what this type of job is for. And for people like me who I've not really gotten a lot of professional work experience, and then when this pandemic thing happened and I was applying for jobs, they got frozen. I still need to make money. I still need to have a way to pay my car insurance, pay my phone, pay for food, pay for gas, everything else. So it's like people still have bills to pay, and I feel like doing delivery service jobs are a way to kind of compensate for that in between. But I feel like you should definitely still try to work towards a bigger goal, work towards a stable job with benefits and everything else, saving, starting your own business, whatever it may be. Just don't make doing DoorDash ever, don't plan to make doing DoorDash your main source of income, because if you do that, I don't see you having long-term success. And I'm not gonna say that you can't, but it's always gonna be you're always gonna be irritated, you know. I feel like if you truly enjoy DoorDash and you love doing it, then keep doing it. Like, this is not any hate. Like, if you want to do DoorDash full time for the rest of your life and that's what you enjoy doing, like, do it. I'm not saying that it's not optional or that's not an option or that no one should ever do that. I just don't think in general that that's the best route to take with it because of the my aforementioned issues of it's not a stable enough job for anyone. But just be mindful of that. So yeah, I'm about to start my shift in literally 5 minutes after I go use the bathroom and fix my drink. Ooh, this is so bitter. Alright. Bye, y'all.